Back in 2007 and 2008, when we were doing my first architecture project, three brothers, Yusuf, Asif and Arif, they were vendors for wallpapers, flooring and carpets. And I remember one day Yusuf asking me, Inshallah bhai, kabhi bhi ghar aapse banayenge. And nearly a decade later, he calls me and says, bhai ready hai, ghar banayenge. And takes me to a site close to his home in a very densely populated area of Hyderabad called Tolichowki. It took them a decade to have that immense clarity, conviction, and the determination that they wanted to build something which meant or which showed that they were there. They wanted something unique, something extraordinary and probably flamboyant as well. So the brothers bought a big chunk of land on a newly developing area. It's roughly about 1,000 square yards. And the entrance is through a narrow street, and it's flanked by apartments and low-rise houses which are just coming up, and an existing colony right in the corner. Like in the Indiana Jones movie where they show the rock-cut temple in Jordan, Petra, we have a very narrow street, a gorge, flanked by apartments on either sides, and the house just pops up somewhere there. So until you enter in and the gate is open, the entire architecture just presents itself. Pressure is a very powerful factor. It breaks things, it deforms them, it remolds them, and it changes the very character of the being. But there is a certain abstractness in this deformed shape. Within these cracks, within this crevice, you can also find precious things. You can find character, you can find motivation, you can definitely find a personality being developed. One does not understand the majesty, the sheer scale of it until they enter the property. Every cut, every break, every twist, every turn, every push, every pull, everything is sculpted out of pressure. The factor of force, the pressure of circumstances. There is a sense of direction, there is a sense of movement, there is a sense of fluidity in the rigidity. It is the very essence of, or the embodiment of the life of the three brothers. It's a 10,000 square foot house, and as soon as one enters, the entire house sweeps across your vision. The car park is onto the left hand side, and the entrance porch onto the right hand. It is flanked by water body and a porch on the other side. The ground floor is living spaces along with dining and the kitchen with sleeping quarters for the parents. There is a core courtyard which runs through all the three floors, which serves as the main ventilation and light well. The upper floors, they house the bedrooms for the brothers, all three of them, with their own dresses and courtyards. And it also has a common living area for the interaction, along with a guest bedroom which is frequently used by his sister. The floor above is a giant entertainment and study area which was used as a classroom during the COVID times. It has two rooms, one a multifunctional room which would be later on used for the kids, and a guest bedroom. The whole house is ventilated by a series of courtyards. The main courtyard runs through all the 3 floors. There are 3 courtyards that run from the first floor all the way to the rooftop. This courtyard brings in light to the bedrooms. I had a very good landscape designer for this. Mr. Naveen from Naveen Associates has done a beautiful job. He gave me a 15-foot leopard tree in the main courtyard. The beauty of this tree is that it has got tiny little leaves and they keep fluttering whenever there is a gentle breeze. So there is a sense of movement. Probably the most evident and highlighting feature of this house is the parametric screen that runs across the length. It is made of thermopine, a form of natural wood, and the pattern opens up at places where there is a visual connection required and closes wherever the connection is not required. So it kind of gives the clients the privacy that they're looking for and also lets in the cross ventilation. From the main street, only a narrow portion of the house is visible. The gate, the screen, and the massive volume in the top. I wanted to show a certain attitude to the house. So what I did was I chamfered the bottom of the house. So it kind of looks as if it has got an attitude, like a person who's got his chin up. Yet the rest of the house has a certain humility to it and is sort of down to the ground. The beauty of this house lies in its geometry. The way the volumes turn, the way the planes move, the way they're correlated to each other, the way the entrance pathway turns upwards, the wall turns inwards, the porch that cantilevers over a thin layer of water. I wanted the effect of pressure and force felt even on the main door. So the main door is designed in such a way that it's as if somebody has knocked it right in the center. It scoops inwards, and when it's open, it creates a space which is askew, and one tends to tilt and walk when they enter in. We used the geometry or the design of the house to create certain components which were later used in certain parts of the house. The light fixture, which was used in the porch here, for example. So in order to design that, what we did was we picked the vertices of this porch and joined it randomly, creating a wireframe. And by hanging lights at each node, a light fixture was created. The structure of this house is quite interesting. It is made of composite materials, wherein we used conventional RCC in the major part of the house and composite steel and RCC in the lighter parts of the house. I had a very good structural engineer, Bharat from Urban Shastra, who did a wonderful job. He designed a floating column that allowed large spans and massive volumes that could be supported, yet the entrance could be hollow and spacious. The interiors of this house is completely taken care by Amir and Hamida. Amir, being what he is, he did a splendid job. And for him, I designed a table, a dining table. We took the same geometry that was created out of the porch. We took those lines, added certain planes, stretched it to fit in the dimensions of a dining table, and put a glass on top of it. It is definitely reminiscent of Richard Serra's sculpture, which I deeply adore, and they definitely suit the interiors. When viewed from the top, one can see there is a sense of direction and movement in the whole house. It starts all the way from that corner, it bends and turns towards this. Hence we call it a glacier. Like a glacier, it seems as if it is moving slowly and steadily, trying to push things around it, trying to change things around it.